A high-impact weather system has started to bear down on so many parts of our country. You've probably heard about this. Yesterday, it impacted airport operations for thousands of holiday travelers. They've had to make adjustments in the wake of canceled and delayed flights. NBC News reported last night that across the country, 1,000 flights were already canceled for today. Among the most affected airports out there, Detroit, Cleveland, all three in New York, Chicago O'Hare, and Midway. And you know, many of you are traveling to make it home just in time for the holidays from the Boise Airport. Boise Airport officials say this is one of the busiest travel days for them. Brenda joins us right now live from the airport. And Brenda, how are those lines behind you? How's it going?
Well, good morning, Maggie. So far, the lines are doing pretty well right now. When I first arrived, however, they were wrapped around through the entrance. And then also where you check in your bags with the airlines, those were pretty packed as well. So it's been a really hectic morning, a really busy morning here at the airport. And talking about the national cancellations, here we're experiencing some cancellations as well. And I'm going to get to those in just a second, but I just quickly want to show you what is going on at the airport right this instant. So far, it is going great. I am extremely impressed with TSA right now. They're getting people through super duper quick. But regardless, if you are planning on traveling this weekend, just get here early. The airport recommends getting here 2 hours before your flight if you're parking, and if 1.5 if you're getting dropped off. And if you're planning on parking at the economy lot on Victory Road in Orchard, they do have a shuttle service every 15 minutes, so plan extra time for that. And there's also a live feed on which parking spots are available. Just makes it so much easier. You can find that on the airport's website, and you can also do the ride share option. They do have a pretty easy system going on here for those who are just getting dropped off. Now, this is the season of gift giving, and TSA recommends that passengers wait to wrap them when you arrive at your destination. So wrapped presents are screened like any other item. So if it does need that additional inspections, you will have to unwrap it. So TSA just recommends that if you do have to have your gifts wrapped, to just make sure to do it in a gift bag. So it's just easy scanning and a lot faster to get through TSA. Now, going back to the cancellations, as of right now, I've been monitoring the departures and the arrivals here at the Boise Airport, and so far there has been 7 flights canceled, and at last check there has been 1 that's delayed going to Oakland as well. So you just want to make sure with your airlines to make sure your flight is good to go, and if you have any just things that you need to look for your flight information there as well. So I'm going to keep monitoring to see how the cancellations are going, but also driving into the airport, I did experience some slippery roads out there. So just be careful when you travel to the airport, just travel for your holiday destination. And Jim, for those who are traveling to their destination out for long-term driving, what can they expect for the rest of the day?
Well, anywhere you go around our region, Brenda, you're going to be finding some slippery roadways because of snow moving through. And as you mentioned, even here in the valley, we have some light snow still falling right now. It has been falling off and on throughout the night. You can see it in the street light behind me, a little light snow coming down on the connector. And roadways are very dry, or I should say not really wet because it's so cold, but dry in terms of the snow. It's not very wet snow. It's very powdery, fluffy snow. You won't even have to shovel it today. You can just sweep it for the most part. But it may cover up some of the lane lines on the roadways and make things a little slick in spots, so allow plenty of extra time and take it easy on your drive this morning. If you're heading out of town, I'll show you what's expected across the region. 15 degrees right now in Boise, cold enough that any of the snow that's falling is very powdery, plus those southeasterly winds around 10 to 20 miles per hour, causing some blowing and drifting of that snow, even though it's not very deep. We have a warm front moving in along the west coast, sending moisture our way, and it's going to start a transition in our weather pattern from the Arctic mass we've had the last couple of days to a much milder pattern on through Christmas and into next week. But the transition in between, we have a lot of moisture overrunning the cold air at the surface. So along the coast, rain mixed with snow up around Seattle, and then snow inland where the cold air remains, and that's resulting in some light accumulations from eastern Oregon into the Treasure Valley, up into the west central mountains. And we have winter weather advisories out until 11 o'clock tonight for Malheur and Harney counties up to our Baker County in Oregon, also from northern Owyhee County up into Canyon County, Gem County, Payette and Washington counties, and on up into portions of the west central mountains. because of 1 to 3 inches of snow expected in the valleys, 4 to 6 inches in the mountains. Farther east, we have light snow as well, but for Boise and points eastward, it's going to be mainly up to an inch of fluffy, powdery snow that will continue off and on. Right now, this band is moving in along the foothills through Boise, a break behind it, but more snow showers back over eastern Oregon that will continue to drop in through the rest of the morning. We have a lot of moisture in the Pacific, a lot of storm activity, and this atmospheric river will be aimed at the west to provide warmer but very wet conditions all the way into next week, and it will raise snow levels to around 7,000 feet by next week. For now, though, look for periods of snow through the morning, into the afternoon and evening, and continuing into the night, and then drying out a little bit as we head into Saturday. Christmas Eve, a chance for a few scattered light rain or snow showers, and then Christmas morning, we'll be looking at some rain showers mixed with snow, or possibly even a few freezing rain showers here and there. And you can see dry to the south, but wet to the west, and scattered snow throughout Idaho and to the points north and east. Magic Valley temperatures in the low to mid 20s today with scattered snow and wind. Mountain areas in the mid to upper 20s with snow showers. Low 20s in McCall with 1 to 3 inches of snow this morning. Another 2 to 3 inches later on tonight. Treasure Valley temperatures in the low to mid 20s with scattered snow. A little more in the west end of the valley, a little less over in Boise, up to an inch through the day with a high of 26 degrees. Then we warm up to 37 with mostly cloudy skies Saturday, 39 on Christmas Day, but there is that chance for scattered showers. And then in the 40s next week with rain coming into the area.